This is my number 39th or 49th live fit challenge on my channel. Yes, with my best friend Vilu. Is there anything new today? For me, it's not much. It's more or less the same like yesterday. Apart from two things, I have a new Tibetan bow. This is my new Tibetan bow. I first played yesterday. I'm not professional. I have to check it out on YouTube how it goes. Maybe a little bit louder than that. Maybe a little bit louder. I like it. And then the second thing that it's new with me is the poster over there. I had it from my best friend. Shout out to my best friend who gave me a gift personally just a few days ago. Hi, first comment Michael or Michael Burgess. Hi. So in between my busy days today, I'm gonna do yeah, it's the same fitness hunting. Before my next appointment, I'm gonna do a little fitness for me because I need to be in shape. I'm in a bad shape. So this is kind of challenge for me. Hey guys, for your information, for someone who is interested to know, the Zumba fitness I am hunting at the moment is coming from the channel of Simple Dance Fitness. The step I am trying to hunt, and the music playing right now at the moment is African drums coming from Musical Discoveries. Hey, shout out to Musical Discoveries. Thank you so much for this wonderful no copyright kind of music. This is such a big gift, but just in case if there's a gift coming from YouTube or any payment coming, I would like to send you a message. I may send you a message, how can I thanks to you, or maybe purchase a little bit of your music in return. There should be not free for a very talented people. There should be something always in return. This is my belief in whatever the others believe, everyone should respect. Good evening to you too, Brock Edmonds. Wanna do a Zumba hunting with me? much for being here. I enjoyed that so much. Hi, Wakanasa, thank you. What was my one and only Japanese word? Arigato. It's the one and only word. I know, and I should not forget. Okay, thank you, Wakanasa, for always being here. I notice you a lot. Best pal, however, from No Name. Hi, thank you all for being here. I'm sweating. I'm sweating and I think I like it. I need a little bit of my Poca drink. Cheers everyone. Happy beautiful weekend. Time check, Switzerland is about 4:31 in the afternoon. The weather, I'm not so sure if it's about 17 to 20 degrees at the moment. It was changing the whole day. It's not stable. The weather was not stable the whole day. So it's not so hot. It's not cold either. Something in the middle. Anyway, we are still on the midsummer in Switzerland. Thank you all for the raining hearts. Sorry, I'm concentrating a lot with exercising with my Zumba because I'm really on a bad shape, because I can only do this in between of my busy days. You wanna stretch with me for the last minutes? Hi, Sonny. Mach hermach apas dan andersan wakanasa. Oscar Elvis. Billy House, show us your feet. No. He's not seeing my feet. I'm dancing here. I'm hunting the Zumba here for about more or less 30 minutes now, and he never saw my feet. He never saw my feet. I'm wondering why, but anyway. Enjoy watching me, and if you can, please kindly stretch with me. Thank you very much for stretching. No, for inspiring me to exercise more. I love you all. Wanna exercise with me? Again. just in case if anyone exercising with me at the moment, using the screen you're seeing right now on my channel, please kindly observe your bones and muscles, because I am not professional, okay? At the right and the very moment I'm on the Zumba hunting. It means it's not professionally made from me, okay? Thank you for understanding. Thank you for the raining hearts and a lot of waving and nice comments. Love you all. Thank you again for staying with me. I think I'm gonna go for a little bit cooling down at the moment for the last minutes on my workout for today or for this daylight. Maybe I'm gonna have one more tonight. I cannot promise, okay? Because I cannot promise since I don't want to break any promise. For anyone who's hunting the Zumba right now, please kindly observe your bones and muscles, because I don't like anyone to get viral just because he or she had an injury of hunting with me. Okay. So I'm gonna go for how you call this? I'm gonna do my cooling down stretching, which my favorite kind of last minutes stretching or cooling down from Billy Blanks of Taibo. Thank you all for being here. Wakanasa. About the music I'm using right now, it's coming from royalty free, which I should purchase, where I should choose, where I should purchase also a little bit of the music from royalty free, just in case, in God's mercy, that I will get salary from Google AdSense or YouTube. I should, and that's my belief. Yes, I came from Philippines, Glenn. Glenn, thank you so much for being here. that's my favorite cooling down stretching from Billy Blanks. And I can't thank enough. Hey, Matthias Esteva. Hi, Daniel. Find Jesus by running. Hmm? Hmm? Yes, of course. Ten to 5. I have to go in about a few minutes. Hey, would you like to see again what was new in my life since about a few days, apart from the wonderful poster gift gave to me a few days ago, which you can see behind. I still don't know what's the whole story behind of it, but I'm so very happy receiving that poster behind me, because on August 11 it was exactly what I was doing on the mountain, one of the mountain, for mushrooms hunting somewhere here in Switzerland. I was with my basket and I was hunting with the stone mushrooms and chanterelle with my willow bear. So I was also having a snacks of blueberry straight from the forest. That very moment I received a message together with this picture message just from the phone of my best friend, and I received an actual poster a few days ago as a gift personally, and I'm so very happy. I think that was very, very touching. That's very touching. It's a treasure for me. It's a treasure. I know for some people treasure means about it has a figure in it, but for me this is sentimental value, what I'm trying to say. The second thing new in my life is this Tibetan bowl, which I found it really, really very therapeutic. You like to hear the sound? Yes, I'm Filipino, living in Switzerland. Colin, thank you so much for the raining hearts. Not so loud, maybe I'll try. I hope I'm not gonna break anyone's ear, okay? Oh, that was so loud. I saw it on a viewer. 100 just wash away. Okay, I make it a little bit less than that. That better. That's better. So hey, I think it's time to disappear on that big tree on my back. It's about time to disappear on a big tree with my best friend Vilo. This is the gift I got from a few days ago. You like it? So I might maybe I shout out a little bit who's on the screen. Bang on, get it on. Richard Phillips. Hi Richard Phillips, thank you for being here. Thomas Kanasa. Arigato. Sophie Hernandez, weird as grown woman by I don't understand the last word. Charlie, hello to you too. Sashi, Daniel Romero. Hi Jay, you look delicious. Oh, my bear looks delicious. Thank you for saying that my willow bear looks delicious. Please don't eat him, okay? He's the only one I have. Okay. Udu Favor. Hello, beautiful lady. Hello to you too. Jerome Buna. Udu Favor. Stan Marsh. Great ride. What's a nice, wonderful sentence, even I did not see the whole thing. Yes, of course. Jesus is the only King Turtle. Hi, Turtle Channel. Cowboy Baby Yoda Channel. You went to high school with that bear. Well, when I was high school, we couldn't afford to have a bear. Actually, when I was high school, I was just a working student when I was high school. And when I was a child, the most beautiful, how you call this, toy that I had was own made by my mother because we cannot afford for the toy, but for the doll. And but every time I see the glasses on the town when I was small, I could not exchange my little doll that was handmade by my mother, because on my eyes, in my heart, it was the most beautiful doll ever. It could be looks like a rag doll from anyone, but it's still, I cannot change for any kind in any price out there kind of a doll. I would not change it. Yes. So yeah, nice to know that you played that doll or that bear, this kind of bear I have right now when you were high school. It's good to know that you had a wonderful privilege, and I'm sure you enjoyed it. Thank you for the raining hearts. I know that won't stop, but I have to show my gratitude to God who created me, and promise I will pray for you all. Okay, I will pray for all the people who saw me in person and also on the screen today. When I go to the Christian worship service, I swear I don't know all your name, but God bless all the people who saw me in person today and also on the screen. I love you all. I wish to see you all sooner or later. Take care. Wakanasa. Okay, say goodbye now. My Vilu.